So, Shea Moisture recently hopped on the bond repair chain. Is their new collection bae or is it bust? Find out in this week's Real Deal Review. Hey Macs and Mavericks, welcome to my channel where we talk all things well-rounded womanhood and where I try before you buy. So this week we have another Real Deal review featuring Shea Moisture's latest collection, the Amla Oil Bond Repair. This collection has 5, technically 6 products in it. The Bond Repair Shampoo and the Bond Repair Conditioner. Both of these products I received courtesy of Shea Moisture and Influencer pre-release in exchange for my honest review. Full disclosure and thank you, Shea Moisture. Also in this collection is the Bond Repair Mask, the Bond Repair Leave-In Conditioner, and the Bonding Oil. All 3 of those products I did purchase with my own funds so that we could get the full, thorough look at the collection. So, that said, there's also that 6th product that is a part of the line, but technically not really a part of the line. It's a minoxidil 2% treatment. If you've never heard of that ingredient, it's the same active ingredient that's in Rogaine. And I didn't want to try anything medicated that I didn't actually need, so that one will be out of scope for this review. But we will concentrate on the other 5 products. That said, the shampoo and conditioner, as well as the leave-in and the Bond Repair Mask, are part of a 4-step system that Shea Moisture claims will rebuild broken hair bonds and help you achieve 6 times stronger hair. But how? Before we get into the core ingredients and the rest of the claims on this collection, I think it would be prudent to take a step back and ask, what exactly is bond repair? So if you've been on a hair aisle anytime recently, you've probably noticed there's been a complete explosion of so-called bond repair or hair builder products. So I did a little digging to try to understand exactly what that means. So we're gonna get a little bit sciencey for a moment. If that's not something you care about, this video is time-stamped as they always are, and you can jump to the next thing. But in terms of how bond repair systems work, our hair is made mainly of protein, right? But if we get further down into what bonds those proteins together to create the structure of our hair, there are 3 main types of bonds: hydrogen bonds, salt bonds, and disulfide bonds. Hydrogen bonds are the weakest of the 3. Disulfide bonds are the strongest of the 3. Hydrogen bonds, as well as salt bonds, they are weaker than disulfide, and they are the ones that are kind of responsible or affected by temporary changes to the hair. Like when you wet your hair or expose it to certain levels of heat, it alters temporarily the shape and the structure of the hair. But then when you dry that hair, those bonds come back together and they're back to the way they were. If I'm not mistaken, salt bonds are affected by sudden changes in the pH of your hair. Disulfide bonds, on the other hand, are the strongest of the three bonds, and they are the bonds that are affected when your hair is exposed to chemicals like perming your hair, relaxing your hair, bleaching it, exposing it to excessive heat and exposure to the sun. And those changes are permanent changes to the structure of your hair. Once they are broken, that's it. Done data, right? So bond repair systems aim to, I guess, build a bridge and a link between those broken disulfide bonds in the hair structure and either repair them or minimize the damage that is caused by those processes. I'm gonna drop some links of some source material and some more information on that down below in my description bar in case you want some more information or want to fact check for yourself. But that's essentially, all these products may do it a little bit differently, but that is the goal. So the big name in bond repair, of course, is Olaplex. I don't know that Olaplex is the first brand to do bond repair, but they are the first brand to actually patent that technology. The other big name, I believe, is K18. Now, in terms of all of these brands popping up, bond repair isn't new. Olaplex, as an example, came out way back in 2014. That was 10 years ago. But I think, as with a lot of hair technology, it starts out on the professional landscape in the salons, and then over time, eventually, it makes its way down to us retail consumers, which is why all of a sudden in the last couple of years, every brand and their grandmama suddenly has some sort of Plex or some sort of bond repair or hair builder. And Shea Moisture is no exception. So when we talk about these products, as with all of Shea Moisture's products, there are some key ingredients that kind of make the collection. The first one is Amla oil, which is a moisturizer. It's known to moisturize and nourish the hair. It's also an ingredient that apparently has some sort of hair loss properties, or properties to help with hair loss, more specifically. Then there is the Hydroplex, infusion that is supposed to help rebuild internal hair strength. And then there is an amino blend to help fortify, protect, and replenish the strands. Now, if I look closer at the common ingredients in this, you will see serine, arginine, histidine, HCl, I'm assuming that's hydrochloride, and glutamic acid, all of which are amino acids. And it's been a couple decades since I took biology and chemistry, but if I recall correctly, amino acids are the long chain building blocks of protein. And what is our hair made of again? Mostly protein. So that makes a whole lot of sense. In the case of the bonding oil, the two main ingredients are Amla oil as well as fair trade shea butter for moisture. Equally important is what's not in these products. No sulfates, no parabens, no phthalates, no mineral oil, no petrolatum, no animal testing. Shea Moisture is certified Leaping Bunny cruelty-free, amongst other things. Also, these products are color safe. This line Unlike a lot of the lines that you see on the shelves, is specifically formulated to target type 3 and type 4 hair like mine. So with that said, it's time to actually do our test drive. So if you're new to this channel or you haven't seen one of my Real Deal reviews before, when it comes to hair products and skincare products in particular, I try my best to test those products for at least 3 to 4 weeks, because that's about how long it takes to see the long-term impact of a product on your hair and skin, in my humble opinion. In this case, I mentioned that I got the shampoo and conditioner pre-release a couple months ago, and yeah, this will be my 3rd consecutive wash on these products, but I have used them before. I bought the bonding oil earlier this month and I have used it a few times, but the deep conditioner and the leave-in conditioner, I just bought these 4 or 5 days ago and they haven't been used. So it's gonna be a true first impression review on these products. So that being said, I won't get to do like the real-time week by week necessarily, but what I will do is walk you through my wash day with all 4 of these products and do a takedown with this oil, and we will get the skinny from there. FYI, this is the hair that I'm starting with. I blew my hair dry. I blew it out last Wednesday. It is now 1 week later, and what I'll be doing first is clarifying and chelating this hair so that we have a clean slate, a good control for our experiment, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, we are back. This is my hair soaking wet with nothing in it, and we're going to go in with the Bond Repair shampoo. It's supposed to gently cleanse dry processed strands for 84% less breakage and 6 times stronger hair. Blended with Amla oil, fair trade shea butter, and our unique amino blend to help repair signs of damage, specifically in curly, coily hair. Transform your damaged, brittle hair with this shampoo to reveal shiny, renewed curls with 60% more moisture versus a non-conditioning shampoo. So apply to wet hair, gently massage in the scalp, and work into a rich lather. So, y'all, normally when I go in to shampoo my hair, I do 2 rounds with the same shampoo. Today I should only need to go once with this, with the Bond Repair, because I've already done 1 shampoo with the with my hard water shampoo. The water here, y'all, is hard as a brick. Do you hear me? Hard as a brick. So I like to periodically use a hard water shampoo to get the nasties off of my hair and make sure that the products coming behind it can work effectively. So I've done 1 section, and this shampoo kind of has a perfumey smell. It's light, but it's perfumey nonetheless. But as you can see here, it's lathering quite well. Let me see. So yeah, lots and lots of suds. I did not detangle the ends of my hair beforehand, simply because I didn't, was lazy. But I will say this shampoo doesn't have a terrible lot of slip. So if you're relying on your shampoo to do kind of that first detangle, this might not be it. So that's 1 section in the back. I'll do another section here in the front. so you all can see that a little bit better. Just a little. In terms of the ingredients in this shampoo, we'll talk about the top 5 plus water. Water is the first one. The second ingredient is sodium C1516 olefin sulfonate. Say that 10 times fast. That's a cleanser, but just beware, it might be irritating to some skin. Cocamidopropyl betaine, the next ingredient, is also a cleanser, but it can be an allergen for some, so keep that in mind. The next ingredient, glycerin, which is a famed humectant. It draws moisture from the air into your hair. Then sodium gluconate, a stabilizer, and shea butter, which is a moisturizer, as we briefly mentioned in the product description. So now that I've got the shampoo applied and lathered into all 4 sections of my hair, what I will do is rinse it out, and then we'll see how my hair feels after the rinse. All right, y'all, I am back having rinsed the shampoo out, and I can say, first of all, my hair is very clean, but it does not feel straw-like. You know how sometimes you'll use a shampoo and it strips your hair so bad and it makes it feels dry? I don't feel that here, which is very good. And all of my curls have popped pretty much straight on back. So the conditioner, after having gently cleansed with the shampoo, is supposed to smooth and repair. So after shampooing with the Bond Repair shampoo, evenly work the conditioner from root to tip and rake through hair with fingers or a comb for extra detangling. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Much like the shampoo, it does have that light, kind of perfumey scent. And let's see what happens when I rake through it with my wooden comb. Not bad. Not bad at all. Trying to be as gentle as possible. Now, in terms of texture, let me see. I'll show you all this. This is the texture of that conditioner. It's kind of thick. It's really, it's thick. It's not sticky in any way. It's really got the same consistency, if I'm honest, as all the other Shea Moisture conditioners. So if you've used one, with the exception for maybe a couple, you probably know what this conditioner feels like. Now, I will say I'm not terribly impressed with the amount of slip on this conditioner. I've had better, if I'm completely honest. But that said, if I look at my comb, I don't know if you all can see this, as with the shampoo, there's very, very, very little shedding, which is promising. Go in with my cosmology brush, and I'll do a piece in the front as well. This side. what it looks like on the surface. And for context as well, today is like April the 24th or 25th. I had my last trim on March the 12th. So it's almost time for me to go back in and get this hair trimmed again. So it's not a lot of knots in my hair. Not a lot of tangles, a lot of fuzzies, but I can tell that it's almost time. This section did a little bit better. Obviously, this section is a little bit smaller, but yeah. All right, go back in with my cosmology brush. Yeah, this section, smaller section, so obviously a lot less tedious to do, and also little to no hair in the brush. Now, one thing I will note too, the bottle says to work evenly through the hair, but it does not suggest whether this conditioner is supposed to be applied sparingly or generously. So I'm kind of taking a guess. I'm one of those people, like, they tell you to use a dime size. I know they tell you to use a dime size, but I look at my hair and I look at the product and I look at my hair and I look at the product and I still end up using like a quarter size, because I cannot fathom being able to evenly coat all the strands of my hair the way they need to. Okay, that helps. The way they need to with just that little bitty bit of product. So hopefully I've not used too much or too little, but it is what it is now because I did it. One more footnote is that normally when I am detangling my hair, I detangle it in the shower, like under running water, and my hair would be sopping wet, which it is not right now. So that may affect how this turns out, or maybe affecting the time that I'm having, trying to gently as possible detangle this hair. But you get the drift. So the bottle does instruct that you leave your conditioner on for about 3 minutes before rinsing it. So I am going to let this conditioner sit for the allotted time and then rinse it out, and then we'll come back, talk about it, and do the bond repair mask. So ingredients, forgot to mention cetyl alcohol, which is an emollient, stearamidopropyl dimethylamine, which is a conditioning agent and anti-static, bihydramonium chloride, same thing, conditioning and anti-static, coconut oil, which is an emollient and conditioning agent that some of you are allergic to, so heads up, glycerin, our humectant, and also of note, not in the top 5, but Shea butter, Amla oil, and sunflower seed oil. And of course, our amino acids and such that we just named earlier in the video. I mention these ingredients here because I noticed in the deep conditioner and the leave-in conditioner, with very few deviations, the main ingredients are the same, just listed in different concentrations. So I won't bore you all with that for the next 2 products, but just know that those 5 are the main ingredients in pretty much the whole conditioning portion of this line. So the bottle said leave this on for like 3 minutes and then rinse it out. I think it's probably been about 3 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out, and then we'll come back, talk about it, and move on to the bond repair mask. All right, y'all, I just rinsed off the Bond Repair Conditioner. This is what my hair looks like. In terms of the way this made my hair feel, it does feel ever so slightly smoother, but not in like a waxy residue type way. It did detangle just a little bit better under the running water than it did out here, which is a plus. And again, combing through and rinsing this out, I had little to no shedding. So this is the densest, tightest part of my hair for reference. Now, the 4-step system, that was step 1, step 2, step 3 is the Bond Repair Mask. And let's see, we gently cleansed, we smoothed and repaired, which I think it did pretty well. Now, this one is supposed to nourish and visibly repair our dry processed hair, and supposed to reveal shiny, renewed curls with 13 times ultra moisture. So what it wants us to do after using the shampoo and conditioner is apply generously. This time they told us how much to actually use to wet hair, and using a wide tooth comb, distribute evenly from root to tip. So y'all, first time using it. This one seems like it smells a little bit different, but it's firm. Hopefully you all can see that it's very firm. It doesn't have as much, in my opinion, of the perfumey smell as the Amla Oil shampoo and bond conditioner, but it has kind of a slight chemicalness to it. It's like super faint. You'd really have to sniff close, but I do notice it. Okay, so here we go. Start with this much. I think that's pretty generous. And there we go. And as I mentioned before, the ingredients on this mask are about the same as the other conditioner. So hopefully we'll have some decent results. And I'm just taking my wide tooth comb, detangling a little bit further. I do have a few single strand knots, but so far from step 2 and step 3, and now the application of step 4, as I'm combing through this section, it feels stronger, like it's resisting the comb in a good way. Like instead of being spongy and wanting to snap, it's like it's holding on and wanting to stay together. That's the best way that I can describe that. So I think that's enough of that on that. Do a section in the front, smaller section. Yeah, so the scent that I was talking about, I said it was chemically, but the more I smell it, it almost smells more citrusy than chemical like. And I haven't looked lately to see if this has like any kind of citric acid or lemon extract or something that would cause this product to smell that way. But I think citrusy is the best way to describe that. So that's my hair. Ooh, with the deep conditioner in the front. There is citric acid in this product, but considering I don't know that I've ever smelled that before, I don't know if that's actually the cause. So the jury's still out on that. It doesn't stink, it's just different. And I'm taking extra care with this little section because that's the one that I've been trying to grow back. But y'all, when I think about where my hair was a year ago, even 2 years ago, I was looking back at some of my old videos and looking at my hair, and I could tell the times when I either didn't have somebody to trim it, couldn't find somebody, or straight up couldn't afford to have my hair trimmed and treated and stuff like that, or when I was going through my health issues and my hair was getting all spongy and all of that. And to see this little section of hair that was like this short now be almost, y'all, now this section is almost as long as the rest of my hair. You can't tell me God ain't good. Some people would say it's just hair, but y'all, I can see the Lord blessing me in so many ways that seem trivial, but it's just like a reminder that He's still looking out for me. So I say that to y'all to say, man, don't give up hope, because it does get better. I feel like this deep conditioner slips a little bit better than the regular conditioner. So if you're using this system together and you're not getting the slip that you want out of the conditioner, I would say don't rip your hair out trying to detangle down to the very last drop with the rinse out conditioner. Trust the process and work through the steps. Also, one thing I do a lot of the times when I have worn my hair curly is I'll pre-poo to help with the detangling process before I get in the shower. So that's something I would consider if you want to try this line, but you need a little more slip. And I feel like I've made so many disclaimers here, but when I test a product and do my real deal review, so to speak, I want to be honest, like brutally honest, but I also want to be fair. A lot of times we are expecting products to be miracle workers and just completely turn things around, but we don't account for not using the product the way it's intended or the way the instructions say, bad practices like me being too lazy to part my hair into bigger sections, so on and so forth. So when you're trying a new product, it's important to really be fair. It's important to really be fair in evaluating it and take all things into account. It may be the product, but it may also be you. So, speaking of instructions, they want us to leave this on for 5 minutes. I'll put my plastic cap on right quick, and then rinse thoroughly and follow up with the leave-in conditioner. It does not say apply heat, so I'm not going to. Normally, whenever I'm doing a deep condition, I like to sit under my hooded dryer for the time that it tells us, but as a control, I'm gonna do what the instructions say. All right, y'all, we are done with the shampoo and conditioner part of the wash day routine. We've done the shampoo, the conditioner, the deep conditioner, and now it's time for the leave-in. So the leave-in, after having nourished and visibly repaired, woosah. All right, y'all, I am back after having rinsed out the Bond Repair mask. I did rinse it with the coolest water that I could stand to try to get the cuticle, that little outer roof shingle looking part of my hair, to lay down and close, right? So in terms of how my hair feels after the Bond Repair mask, it feels really good. During the rinse out process, I noticed as I rinsed, the detangling of my hair got a lot easier. My hair still felt smooth and moist without being like sticky or waxy or having any kind of residue on it. And hopefully you'll be able to see this. My curls are more curly. For lack of a better word. Might be kind of hard to tell on camera, but I can tell how sometimes when I will shampoo and condition my hair, it'll leave my curls a little bit lifeless until I put product on it. It's like the curls won't have that curly Q shape to them that they should have naturally. But after having used the mask and the other two steps prior to it, I feel like the structure of my curls is a lot better. Also, another thing that I've noticed in this wash and also the previous ones, my hair is like darker. And what I mean by that, when I was relaxed, my hair had over time turned this really nice auburn color, but the kicker is I've never dyed my hair. So I guess environmental changes, exposure to the sun, exposure to chemicals might have impacted the color of my hair. When I went natural, I could tell the stark difference because my hair was like maybe a 1B type black color. Fast forward to now, my hair would be the equivalent of a color 2, and sometimes it does look a little dull, but I can tell just looking at my wet hair in the mirror up close, it's like darker. Like, I don't expect my hair to ever be shiny, so to speak, because it's type 4 hair. All the kinks and curls kind of break up the reflectiveness of light hitting it, right? But I do believe my hair can have sheen and it can have more life. And I think that these products, having washed with them, I can tell that difference. So now it's time for the fourth and last step in the 4-step process, the leave-in conditioner. So we just nourished and visibly repaired our dry processed hair, and this leave-in is supposed to protect and repair, and it's supposed to leave shiny renewed curls with 12 times more moisture and 24-hour frizz control. Now here's the kicker. You've heard me say this a lot about Shea Moisture's products. They'll do like a complete collection of like wash day products, your shampoos and conditioners, and then not do a styling product, which is kind of frustrating because I don't want to put another brand or another line of styling products, if I can help it, on my hair and then not be able to tell whether the styling product or the collection did the work Or even worse, you try those products together and they don't play well with each other. So this leave-in conditioner, it says, after using the shampoo, the conditioner, and the mask, apply to clean, damp hair and rake through from root to tip. Scrunch hair upward for more texture and do not rinse. So I'm gonna kind of deviate a little bit from the directions. I'm gonna do my default twist out with this. I have no idea if it has any hold. That's the risk that I'm gonna take for you guys, and we'll find out. But I'm gonna open it. As you can see, never been used. Ooh, this is the consistency. I don't know if you all can see that. It's more creamy, looser, if you will, than the previous products. It almost feels like a texture that could have been pumped, but we'll see. So, according to the jar, it doesn't say whether this is supposed to be generous, liberal, or sparingly. I'm going to start with this amount, and I am going to do what they said. Apply it all over. And rake through. I just raked through that little bit. Didn't say what tool to use, so I'm gonna start with my cosmology brush, which is gliding through pretty well. As you can see, a couple little knots there, but overall. And then this is what happens when I scrunch for texture. I can't see it, but you can. So I'm guessing you could kind of use that for like a wash and go type deal if you wanted to. I'm not gonna do that, but I will tell you, my hair feels really soft to the touch. That's a good sign. In terms of the ingredients, I mentioned most of them are the same as the conditioner and the deep conditioner. The main difference, the fifth ingredient, caprylyl glycerin sebacic acid copolymer, is a softener. And I can tell that there is some sort of softening agent in it. And then also vegetable glycerin, hydrogenated vegetable oil, and our Amla oil are included. So what I'm going to do is actually do a couple pieces or sections of my hair so we can see how they twist and go from there. So I've just parted the back section of my hair, okay? And I'm gonna add just the tiniest bit more, because I feel like my hair is kind of soaking it up a little bit. Part off a small section here. Put this out of the way. And I am going to go in with my knockoff Tangle Teaser, Tangle Buster thingy-ma-whiz and just brush that through. Look at that. I can't even see that, but I can feel the definition. But anyway, brush that through, take it, and I am going to just twist down this section. So far, not bad. Again, I can't tell whether or not it has any hold. I can say that it does not feel sticky. It doesn't feel like a lot of the products you would use that do have hold. So I'm very curious as to how this holds up in our spring weather and whether or not it delivers on the claim to prevent frizz or control frizz for 24 hours. That said, when I take this down, I am going to take it down with a little of the bond repair oil, the bonding oil, which might affect that some, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. Do another section right quick. So I'm doing a little piece here in the front so that you all can kind of see that a little up close, and so I can see myself. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh, hopefully my hair's not getting lost in the background here. So I can already see, just looking at my twists, they are feeling full from root to tip. They don't feel straggly at the ends, even though my ends do need to be trimmed. So far, so good. All right, so this is what my hair looks like so far. I think I'm gonna go in and put some duckbill clamps on my roots and finish the rest of my head. And I will come back, I guess, tomorrow when my hair is dry, and we'll talk about how this leave-in conditioner behaved. We'll test the bonding oil, and I will give you all my final thoughts on the entire collection. So yeah, if you haven't already, like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more of what we do here at Mac the Maverick, and be sure to comment. Let me know your thoughts on this product, and I will see you all in this same video tomorrow with the results. All right, y'all, I'm back the next day, and I won't belabor the point because this video is already long enough. But this is my hair. I dried it for about 30 minutes under my hooded dryer and then air dried it the rest of the way yesterday afternoon and last night. After feeling this dry, it did kind of have a little bit of a cast on it, which was promising in terms of hold, but it's a lot softer now than it was. So I'm just going to I will take down one of these in the front. That'll be easiest. So I'm just pulling it, and my primary concern looking at the ingredients was all the oils. I'm hoping that my hair isn't greasy. I'm also hoping that my scalp doesn't flake, but so far that looks pretty good. I do see flakes. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's very, very soft. It's very, very soft. It doesn't really feel like it has any hold to it. And also, I won't say that the residue is waxy, but it's ever so slightly waxy. So I don't know. This leave-in conditioner in the future might be something I would use sparingly, specifically as a leave-in, and use another styling product on top of that. What that would be, I don't know, but it's okay. Here's the bonding oil. I'm going to actually coat my hands in a little of it. It's supposed to strengthen and fortify dry hair and smooth frizz for up to 24 hours. Also strengthening the hair from root to tip, locking in moisture while protecting your strands from styling damage for 5 times stronger hair. Okay, so this oil, in terms of key ingredients, sunflower oil is the first ingredient, followed by isopropyl palmitate, castor seed oil, octidodecanol, Vitis grape seed oil, and fragrance. Later on in the list is the shea butter and the amla oil that are supposed to be the key ingredients in this particular blend. And what I can say about this oil, the ingredients I just named, all of those just about are emollients. I know the sunflower seed oil and the grapeseed oil also have antioxidant properties, but most of those are emollients and also just ingredients to make the oil blend more stable. So kind of run of the mill, nothing really I would say to write home about. But I will also say that this oil is relatively light. The past several weeks, I've been washing my hair and setting it with mousse and nothing else. And I've been able to take this oil and use it to fluff and refresh my hair each day until I was ready to do something else without it building up and getting gunky or making my scalp feel like trash. I've been laying off a lot of oil on my scalp because I'm trying to resolve issues with flaking and dandruff and things like that. So I've been kind of cautious about extra oil, but this oil doesn't seem to build up or cause any irritation. The smell is also very subtle too. It smells more like the shampoo and the conditioner. All right, y'all, this is my hair. It's fully fluffed, and unfortunately I am seeing some sections that are like nice and smooth, other sections, especially right up in here where my hair is frizzy, lots of flakes. I can see them on my clothes and my eyebrows and all that good stuff. So I would say with that leave-in, use it sparingly. But my hair definitely is not stiff, which is great. So overall, my verdict on the line is that it is pretty good. After having used the shampoo and the conditioner for many uses and several consecutive weeks, I can say that my hair does not just feel stronger, it seems to be a lot more like vibrant and resistant to styling damage. I normally will wear my hair out a week and put it up a few weeks just to minimize the manipulation. But having worn my hair out probably a full month, I don't see nearly the breakage that I normally would. And this close to a trim, my ends still look like, for the most part, they're in decent condition. I can get a comb through it if I need to, so on and so forth. And as I showed you all earlier, this is like the entirety of how much hair I lost during the entire wash process, which is teeny weeny. So for that, I definitely can recommend the shampoo, the conditioner, and I would say the deep conditioning mask as well. The jury's still out on the leave-in, and the bonding oil, it's decent, but I don't see it being any more special or spectacular than any other oil. So if you need an oil and you're using this collection, go ahead and pick it up. But if you already have one that you like, then I would say you can skip it. These products, in terms of availability, you can pick them up at Walmart, they're at Target. I know for sure they're at Ulta. They may be at some other retailers as well, but those three for sure. And the products range in price from maybe $10.99 to $15.99. But I don't know if you peeped the picture I showed earlier. You may be able to go to your local retailer and find the bottles that have the $2 off stickers on them. And if you get those, you can use those same day on one product per day. So that's just a little tip. So y'all, that's my real deal review, my very thorough real deal review of all 5 of the main products in this Shea Moisture Bond Repair collection. Do you use a bond repair collection, this one or any other one? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. And yeah, until next time, do what you love what you do, and keep at it. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.